Good day, everyone. Welcome to the horror show. I am Cecil Laird.
Marcia.
And we are here to review the first 2 episodes of the newest season of The Exorcist! And that fell out right at the perfect time. Alright, so, guys, we're going to talk about the first couple of episodes of the new season. We did watch the first season, ended up not liking the first episode on my part, and I think you continued on with it, right?
For the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it took me until hearing about the awesome, stories of episode 5, where it was revealed that Gina Davis was actually Regan from the original film, and the second one, technically. So that's when I jumped back on, caught up, and ended up loving the entire first season because it was well told, it was scary, and for me, the most important thing was the effects were so good.
They were fantastic.
The effects on the daughter, the progression of her, self-destruction, as well as the effects of all of the murders that happened from the evil priests and things like that, all the way to the outstanding effect of the demon himself slowly becoming more charred throughout the season and eventually being completely burned, So they did so many awesome things that I was super excited when they finally revealed that they were going to indeed do a second season. However, my excitement was tempered a bit when we found out that Gina Davis nor her family would be returning for the second season. Did that bum you out at all?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I was good with it. I kind of like the idea that we're following the priests because they're going from...
Well, it's The Exorcist.
Yeah.
It's not The Exorcised.
Right, exactly. They're good. All right, bye. We're going to move forward. And it allows you to move forward with the church stuff and allows you to move forward with their story and learn about new exorcists, which opens the door for a lot more fun. So, and it cuts the chain off of them too.
Yeah, it definitely does. It untethers them.
Yeah.
And so what was really neat though was the fact that, well, some people might consider it neat like I do. Some people might consider it, well, it's just the same thing, but different people. And that's the fact that we are going to circle around to a new family that we were introduced to in the first episode. Which is interesting because it's a single man who is running a foster home. And oftentimes, whenever you've really seen foster homes portrayed, it's either run by 2 parents or a mom.
Right.
Never have I seen a foster home run by a single father. So that in itself was different and interesting.
And he's a widow too.
Widow? Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
He's a widow. They don't really make it clear if they were married, but I'm pretty
sure
they
actually didn't make it clear his relationship with the lady either. Like, I at first was like, oh, they're exes, but then I'm like, is it a sister, an estranged sister that maybe? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. They haven't revealed it yet, but I think it will come.
Oh, well, yeah, it definitely will. But the nice thing is the dad is played by John Cho, who we all know from many different things. He was Sulu in the new 3 Star Trek movies. He was, of course, Harold from Harold and Kumar's trilogy. And he's been in numerous other things other than those. But he's just a generally good actor, and especially when he's playing a caring father. Like, he's really good at it.
He's doing a phenomenal job. I've been very impressed. I mean, with a whole cast so far, really, he's done a really good job.
Agreed, including the kids. And kids are dangerous.
Is hard.
Yeah, you can have your show or movie sink or swim based solely on the children that are portraying the scared kids or the scary ones, as it will most certainly be, because this season also started the way the first season did, in that you're following a household and you don't know who the one is going to be possessed is.
Who's gonna be it?
And I still don't think we do. Like, the first 2 episodes were like a complete arc for the second season. It felt like it was it was like a 2-parter reintroduction to the priests and their current mission, which basically finishes up at the end of that, and then we're introduced to the family, and we think we might know which kid is going to be the affected one, but I'm still not sold.
Who do you think?
I thought for sure, I thought they were obviously trying to take us down the path of the blind boy being the one, but I think there was a misdirect. It's going to be the girl with the ring, right?
No,
the little girl?
I think it's going to be the little girl with the potato sack.
I don't think they'll, no. I don't think they'll let a whole season rest on a girl that age having to act that fucked up.
I think it will, because
the sack is a setup for something scary for sure.
Yeah. How cool would it be? Like, she's wearing she's wearing the sack and she's all like demoned out and like.
Well, that's another reason why I think I don't. But she doesn't need the sack if she's demoned out. So I think her having the sack is a way to provide fake scares for people when they turn the corner and they see her in the fucking sack like we got in episode 2.
Yeah,
it's like, Jesus. Oh, it's just your fucking weird sack face.
Why are you wearing that? And why is that a good idea?
Yeah, and as a dad, wouldn't you just like, let's get you a mask that fits your face? Yeah. Let's not have an entire pillowcase make you look like a cartoon.
Like one of those pillow people.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like.
But so you think it's going to be the little girl?
I think it's going to be the little girl.
I thought it was going to be really cool. I thought the way they played it, like it was the blind kid when he was listening to music and then he looks right over at her. I was like, oh, that shit's creepy. Yeah. So when someone's blind and they turn and like look right at you when there's something up, like that's scary. But again, I wasn't convinced by the end of the second episode. I still think it's going to be the teenage girl. Yeah. Because she's about the same age as the one from the first, and they can put her through a lot more physically as an actress than they could the little girl. The little girl's going to have limited days, but the teenage girl, and she's a looker too, so they're going to have that dramatic transformation.
But and then it'd kind of be more of the same. I feel like they're going to want to switch it up. If it's not going to be the little girl, then maybe they're going to do one of the, maybe it is the black. I don't think.
Or maybe they'll all get a chance. Maybe it'll jump.
Maybe it's a house full.
Because it did jump from the girl to the mom in the last season, so maybe it'll jump from kid to kid to kid, and they'll all get a turn in the barrel. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, there's a black kid too that got to see the dead lamb birth.
That was weird.
That was weird. I don't know what that was supposed to signify, other than when there's malformed farm births indicates the presence of the devil, right? I think that's been established in other movies before.
That makes sense.
I think in The Witch too.
The Witch. Mm-hmm. And then you have the witch's house and the cabin and the well, and how I don't think that I think the blind boy was led out there, but I don't think it was by the girl. I think it was probably,
or it was by the girl,
or maybe it was
and
by
she
the
was
girl.
Already possessed, and she's just denying it. Yeah,
and she
doesn't know yet. I don't know. Well, see, the fact that it's sparking that kind of conversation, that's really good stuff. But let's focus on the priest for a second. Okay. Because we basically get thrown into a car chase where they're trying to exorcise a Hicks wife in the back of a moving truck, while the Hicks trying to chase him down in order to try and kill him and get his wife back. Yeah.
It's like the most action-packed Exorcist scene ever. Exorcism scene ever, because they're like, and then the guy, Father Thomas. Father Thomas. I mean, he gets kind of links up with the demon and kind of goes into the girl's head.
They're powering him up,
right?
A little bit. This
season. He's got a little outcast in him. So I think that's interesting. And obviously, there's going to be that tension between the two priests, because one guy, the older one's trying to lead him, and he doesn't want to follow. He wants to be like, no, this is my gift. And he's like, well, be careful, because gifts can be not a gift. So I think that aspect is pretty interesting.
I do like that too, and it's every good movie or TV show, the characters that you're following have to have inherent conflict. The family has the inherent conflict of a typical family. That's always the case. Yeah. The priests, they sort of came together at the end of the first season, so they need to have a conflict. And the conflict is that Father Tomas can do this, and it scares the other priest, the older priest. Right. And he thinks it's only going to allow the demons into Father Thomas's head, and it's going to ruin him. But Father Tomas thinks, no, I think you're just jealous, So it adds this dynamic that they're going to play with throughout the season. But Father Tomas, but I think it's going to be a little bit of A, a little bit of B. I think they're both going to end up being right, because Father Tomas did use it to find out the song to sort of bring the woman back out and force the demon out. However, I think he's going to get overconfident.
Yeah, he does get possessed when that happens, too.
Yeah, well, briefly, yeah. Well, do you think so? Yeah,
I think he is, because he's got that link, and so, and while he was...
His eyes roll back into his head, so it's questionable.
Yeah, I don't know if it's more like him being psychic.
I think that's what it indicates,
okay. Yeah. But still, it leaves him vulnerable for other things to come to him. I mean,
in the physical world, no less.
Yeah.
So, but it was really interesting to see that he can... So essentially when he went into the woman's mind, so to speak, he saw her where she was sort of hiding from the demon in her own mind, because they often portray that in the Exorcist lore, where in the last season the daughter would see and talk to the demon in this other place. And so it's kind of cool that they're doing the same sort of thing and continuing that part of the lore in this one. I think that's really neat. So I think, but they're expounding on it, because they're actually seeing more of that and seeing that it's a physical place that the father can sort of explore if he has to. But there's a lot of scary shit in people's minds that I'm sure he's going to run afoul of that he's not anticipating. And there was a cool mystery left at the very end when the black kid said there's something in the woods.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like,
well, we saw a little, I think it's the demon, because I think they provoked him when they were at the witch's cabin. When she's telling the story, and they were sitting, because something weird was happening when he was standing on the well. And so I think it was provoked. Something was provoked, because then we got the dead, the sheep, the weird sheep, and then the something with those caterpillars were happening in there too. So, and then there's previews of, which we saw in the trailer, the ravens and dying around them. So it's got to be something big that's coming after them. And I'm interested to see how the priests are going to meet up, because we haven't even talked about the church yet.
Yeah, well, that's right. The black priest from the first one ended up surviving his attack, which was a surprise.
Surprise!
He got a plastic bag shoved over his face, and then his wrist slit, but he survived. And so he not only survived, but he apparently took the 6 months in between the two seasons to put together a sort of case against the cardinal, who is the one that had him, quote unquote, killed in the first season. And he tries to, get him taken down, but the cardinal comes in and performs a test where he drinks holy water with salt in it. And I'm like, really? That's all it takes to convince you guys? You don't think if he's the cardinal,
he blessed
his own thing? Yeah, I mean,
if he if he has a demon in him,
not even out loud either. It was like, so it could have been literally anything.
He could have been like,
I have to go get socks after work.
I forgot to flush. I think what it is that the whole tribunal is probably already affected. So, because...
and you think that's when they called the other guy out? You think that's when they were going to infect him too? Or you think they're going to get rid of him?
I think they're either going to try to get rid of him, or they're going to infect him.
I think next time our guy goes back, the black guy goes back, he's going to think he's got that ally, and then he's going to be like, no, you should let it drop. You should, I think he's going to have been turned.
Or he's going to try to gain his confidence to get information, but it's already been established that he's all like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I don't trust anybody, so I'm not even going to tell you.
That's true. They did establish that, so that would be a waste of a scene.
And it looks like the two priests are already on their way to Spokane, so maybe he already knows about the family. Not that he knows that they're all messed up, but maybe he has a link to the family out there. I don't know.
Well, I'm interested. Again, I'm way more interested in this than I am American Horror Story this season already, and I'm only 2 episodes in.
I think they did a better job establishing the family, the story, the priest, and continuing on the Catholic and the Catholics versus the demon storyline in the first 2 episodes way better than they did last season. Mm-hmm. So your first 2 episodes, you're bought in, you're there, you know what's going on, you're ready to go. And I appreciate that, because waiting 5 episodes for some sort of understanding and some redemption was really hard, and I think they lost a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But for those that have stuck with it, I think it's been a good payoff. Mm-hmm. So.
I agree. So we'll probably do this like we are doing American Horror Story. We'll do another review about halfway through and then one at the end, rather than going episode by episode, because we just can't keep up that way, guys.
So many.
But I'd be interested to know what you guys think of it. Are you watching it? Will you watch it? Does this make you more or less interested to do so? And will you go back and watch the first season, if so you can see the priest's origin story, as it were?
Definitely, if you have not watched the first season, watch the first season before you watch this one. Mm-hmm. Power through the first 5 episodes. It's a payoff. So just bear with it. And
I think the first episode was bad, but it started getting better right at 2. It earned it at 5. Okay, fair enough.
It did take me a few episodes.
Okay.
But I think it was just because I was so turned off that it took me a while to be like,
going back over. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, let us know in the comments down below what you guys are thinking about this. But until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia Parker.
And remember, stay scared.